Hi guys, this is Mandy, and in this video I'm going to do a rant the gaming community. So if you're not into that, I perfectly understand if you want to not watch it. With all that being said, let me get into the topic. So one of my subscribers tweeted me, I was wondering if you were willing to do a video discussing the particular hardships you face or feel you face as a female. It seems to be something finally gaining ground in social consciousness, and I'd love to hear what you have to say on the topic. Just curious. Okay, so he basically wants to know what kind of things I face as a female gamer, and that is something I've been getting quite a lot recently, and I don't mind answering the question because I don't shy away from controversial topics like that. So before we get to the question, two disclaimers, and that is, this is my interpretation, my feelings, so it's all my opinion. Take it like that. And the second disclaimer, and this one's more important, is that some topics do happen to everybody regardless of anything. I'm going to use females as, the talking point. So some of these topics do pertain to everybody, and I'm not excluding anybody, so don't feel like just because I'm talking about girls doesn't mean it doesn't happen to boys, that sort of stuff. So I was lucky enough to grow up where there wasn't really anything bad about playing video games, especially when I was young. I don't think anyone cared that I played video games when I was young. The guys didn't care. The other girls probably were playing too. That was like in elementary school. So it didn't really have an impact in my life then. But as I grew up and gaming sort of became something common to me as I was growing up, I could see the awkwardness in some areas in gaming. And a lot of females did not like gaming at that point or did not have the same interest as me. So it became sort of weird because it became like this guy girl thing to just this guy thing and a few girl kind of thing. So I found that really weird, but again, I didn't look too much into it. I had cool friends. I surrounded myself with positive people, and it wasn't really a problem. The only issues I faced back then were kind of like awkward crushes and all that, but nothing too big. And so that lasted till like high school, college. But once I started getting into social media is when I really started seeing the bad of sexism, I guess, in gaming. And before anyone says sexism is not a thing in gaming, yes it is. It really is. And just because it's not as prominent as it used to be doesn't mean it doesn't still exist. So while we do celebrate our accomplishments of progressing, that doesn't mean everything is gone magically with a snap of a finger. So there is still sexism in video games. Not to the degree it was, but it's still here in a more subtle fashion, I would like to say. So it's harder to really pinpoint or to, share with other people. And that's, my first hardship is sharing with people experiences I've been having without being called a leftist, Marxist, Anita Sarkeesian person. It is really hard to kind of pinpoint sexism in video games today, not because it doesn't exist, but because there's a stigma behind it, and it's kind of looked down upon, like you're just creating attention or you're Anita Sarkeesian basically, and you just want video games to cater to you and your audience. It could get down a really, really dark rabbit hole really quick, and I could see why a lot of females don't want to touch it, don't want to acknowledge it, because it gets like so bad. So my first hardship is really trying to tell people when sexism does happen and trying to justify what it is, because once you tell someone, oh, this person was, belittling me or something just because I'm a girl, it's really hard to find evidence of that where they believe you, so you kind of look like a crazy person or someone who's too sensitive for the internet, too sensitive for video games. It like I said, it gets down this crazy rabbit hole, like, oh man, I can't say anything because I don't want to be crazy, or I'm just imagining things, or I want to change video games and make it a girl power kind of thing, because it's not always that. Sometimes it's just that guy was being an asshole and you pointed it out. I understand why some girls don't talk about it or just take it, because the backlash sometimes gets pretty overwhelming, and when the majority of the gaming community is male, it's kind of daunting to really call somebody out for their BS and not get BS yourself. So, but what I have to say is just point out what needs to point out. If something bad happened to you because of that, or because you're a female, or just because, point it out, because it's better to stand up for yourself than to just sit and watch it happen, because I am done with doing that. So don't be scared to just call out BS when you see BS, because there's a lot of BS just because you're a female. And don't think that people are gonna be like, oh, you leftist, Marxist, Anita Sarkeesian person, because no, that is far from the truth. And another hardship I face as a female gamer is kind of the opposite effect, and that is most guys don't want to really talk to you or to live stream or play games with you in fear of drama. So it's kind of taking what Ninja is doing, which he's not allowing females to be on his stream in fear that he might get caught up in drama. So he said, all girls are banned. So that is a hardship I face, because it kind of hurts. And it's kind of like, dude, how big is your ego to assume that everybody, let alone every girl, would want to start drama with you? Okay, Ninja's case is different, but still, like, why? Most girls just want to play the game. And I've seen a lot of people take that mentality to just regular playing games. I've seen a lot of people hesitant to play games with me unless, other people are in the group or I'm not there. Just pretty much because, again, drama, they don't want to risk, me saying something like my other point back there. So they just X out women altogether and don't really include us, and that's hurts, especially when it's somebody and they just recently implemented that rule, or you run into people who think that you're just in it for the male attention. Newsflash, I'm not in it for the male attention. I don't spend thousands of dollars on video games for male attention. I could get male attention by just, walking out naked. Why would I spend money, time, passion on video games just for male attention? Like, no, it's obviously past that point of male attention. It's my hobby also, and that's something most guys don't understand, is we're not playing video games for male attention. We're playing video games because we love video games, and that's kind of hard for some people. Like, what? Like, seriously, I spent all this money on video games because I want male attention when I could easily do it. It's stupid to think that, and to think that every girl you come across is just trying to get at you. That's just an oversized ego, or to exclude women because you fear drama. Newsflash, drama comes at you from any way, shape, or form. Just because you're not streaming with women, drama will find you. So don't put yourself in a bubble and get that mentality that women plus gaming equals drama when it doesn't. Like, No, drama comes at you from any way. So the best thing you could do is change the way you act. If you get a lot of drama because of the way you act, maybe you should think to yourself, maybe I should change myself, not exclude other girls, exclude this kind, or put yourself in a bubble like that. Life isn't like that. Like I was talking about Ninja, he's kind of tailoring life to fit his needs instead of fitting his needs for life, because newsflash, life is always going to win. He's going to have to face reality. He can't make his own reality. That mindset that I'm not going to play with women because I have a girlfriend and I don't want to risk, oops, I cheated. That's not a mistake. It's something inside you, and you could always choose who you interact with, no matter what gender. So obviously, if you choose to interact with a female who's obviously that type of girl who would do that, then newsflash, it will happen. And maybe you have to do a better job distinguishing which people are real and which people are fake, quite frankly. So just with that mindset, I've seen a lot of guys just not stream with girls or game with girls just because of that whole drama thing, and they have a girlfriend or a wife and they're scared. Why are you scared of something you might do? It's just mind boggling. You could always choose the people who you surround yourself with. So if they're toxic people, the drama is going to come. And even if you don't surround yourself with like positive people all the time, just the drama is still gonna find you. It's still gonna find you. You really have to prepare yourself for avoiding the drama, and building trust with your audience and with who you allow to be friends with. Because just saying, all females out the door, it's not gonna solve your drama problems. It's not gonna solve your marriage problems. Those are all internal, and newsflash, fix that. Don't try to tailor the world to your needs, because it's not gonna happen. So stop trying to change the world around you. Change what you can change, and that is how you react to things. Saying, oh, I don't want the drama, I have a girlfriend, I have a wife. Oh, well, that's lovely. Can we get back to the game? Like, really? So, while I don't experience a lot of hardship as a female gamer, I am blessed that I don't. I surround myself with positive people. I try to be a positive person, and I just want to play the games. Just go with the flow. There is something out there for everybody, and there's a game out there for everybody, surely. Anyways, that's just my whole spiel on it. I'm not even gonna do a outro properly, but like this video if you like what I had to say. Subscribe if you like my channel. And yeah, see you guys next video.